Everyone's got those movies that they adore but everyone else seems to hate. Whether it's a guilty pleasure or something that they appreciate as a cinematic gem, everyone has their own opinions and won't back down. And I respect that fully, because I have those kinds of movies too. One of them is Pierre Morel's 2010 action film, From Paris with Love. Jonathan Rhys Meyers plays James Reese, a personal aide to the U.S. ambassador in France. Reese also takes low-key side jobs from the CIA. One day, Reese gets his big opportunity to take on higher responsibilities as an agent, when he's partnered up with loose cannon agent Charlie Wax, played by John Travolta. Wax and Reese are assigned to trace drug money back to a ring of Pakistani terrorists, and the action and espionage starts from there. Director Pierre Morel is definitely best known for his film Taken. Paired up with co-writer Luc Besson, we get an intricate tale loaded with high-wire action and fast-paced humor. The cinematography is sleek and gives a nice view to the Parisian setting. David Buckley provides a great musical score to accompany the film hand in hand. Jonathan Rhys Meyers can be recognized for his roles in Mission Impossible 3 and August Rush. He does a fair job in this film, but he doesn't quite quench my thirst for what the role provides. In all honesty, he was pretty bland in August Rush as well. Here he's better, and does well with what he has to work with, but left me wanting more. Thank God John Travolta comes in and steals the show. He's just as cool as ever, spitting out one-liners and being overall loud and unorthodox, but incredibly efficient. Travolta does a spectacular job as Wax. We know he means business when he smuggles the pieces to his favorite handgun into Paris in energy drink cans. Some call him over the top, but delightfully so. Wax doesn't show up until about 20 minutes into the film. This gives us time to identify with Reese. A lot of people find this portion of the film to be very slow-moving, but I like it. It kind of has a classic James Bond-esque feel to it, being a spy thriller and not a guns-a-blazing action film. In fact, the title has to have been inspired by the 007 story From Russia with Love. However, the film does pick up immensely once Wax arrives, and on the other hand of the spectrum, the film can sometimes move too fast for its own good. When we first meet Wax, we don't know the full mission Reese has been assigned to. So, once Wax pulls his gun out on the waiter of a Chinese restaurant, I wasn't exactly sure whether we were supposed to trust him or not. In fact, I was worried we would find out he would be a double agent. But once the film progresses, we find out he is in fact on the CIA side. He just moves very fast. The action in this film will leave you breathless, and it's so entertaining to watch. Wax and Reese clear out whole rooms of villains with only a few rounds of ammo, and in very clever ways. It almost starts looking like a two-player arcade shooter. The story moves fast, and we get straight to the action. However, Reese is kind of useless when it comes to the fighting. The only times he gets down and dirty is when he beats the hell out of a guy for taking his engagement ring, and when he wants a guy's phone charger so he can call his fiancée. Throughout the hour and a half, Reese only kills one person. But to be fair, he is forced to carry a vase full of cocaine throughout most of the film. He must be player 2. One part that made me laugh extremely hard is when Wax says that his one weakness is what the Parisians call a royale with cheese. Watch Pulp Fiction and this joke will make all the sense in the world. There are flaws, though. I don't have a problem with swearing. I mean, I love Tarantino and the Angry Video Game Nerd, so I ain't no prude. But I think often it can be unnecessary in movies. And it can be a cheap cop-out to make their films seem more adult. Sometimes it just doesn't fit with the character's personality. In particular, I reference Reese. At the beginning of the film, I couldn't imagine him launching F-bombs, but whatever. It is what it is, I guess. Also, I said earlier the film can move too fast, in particular when the twist is revealed. Now, granted, it is a good twist, and I didn't see it coming, but at first I was like, wait, what? But altogether, the pros outweigh the cons, making From Paris with Love a very enjoyable flick. It isn't perfect, but there are only a few films that are. It's got great action, quotable dialogue, outstanding visuals, and a superb performance by John Travolta. That in itself should be enough. Luc Besson and Travolta have both expressed interest in a sequel, so who knows? Maybe one day we'll see From London with Love, or From Prague with Love. Either way, From Paris with Love is grossly underrated and is sure to quench the thirst of any action fan. That is my diagnosis.